Hello friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. I am Jenny and here we are in the production area, and as you just saw, we got a gorgeous shipment of Proven Winners annuals from our friends up in New Hampshire at Pleasant View Gardens. Now, I don't know what your thought process is, but when you see that 18-wheeler, that was not all for us. That was for multiple nurseries, but let me tell you, that truck was massive. Lenny was the driver from Pleasant View. He was just as precious and as sweet as could be. He took great care of us. We got over 8,000 liners, and we didn't even put a dent in that truck. I think we were probably one of the first stops that he made, but those racks that you saw, the whole truck was jam-packed with those racks. And I was asking Jerry, I said, how many, plants do you think is on that truck? I can't even imagine, so that would be crazy to know. But yes, so this is our second shipment of the Proven Winners annuals. And y'all, we got a ton of them done today because last time we were here and we were potting up annuals, remember, we potted up this whole side and almost filled up this whole side. Well, that's not what these plants are. Those plants are now in the retail greenhouse. When we started this morning potting up plants, there were no potted plants in here. So let Jerry just give a span. So these are 3 trays deep. So in a tray is 10 plants. So there's 30 in a row. I don't even know how many rows there are. And we go all the way down to here. We got to that point at lunchtime, and then we jumped back over to the other side and got what we needed to in these 4.25s, because with this order, let me back up. In the late summer, early fall, when Jerry and I place our initial big order, at that point we say, okay, we're going to have so many trays of Tropical Sunrise in a 4.25. We're going to have so many Tropical Sunrise in a gallon, and we're going to have so many Tropical Sunrise in hanging baskets. So we have to decide all of that months ago. So Jerry pulls up the spreadsheet and we go, okay, well, these so many trays are going in 4.25s. This tray is going in gallons, so forth and so on. So everything is planned out. When I say a gallon, this is what I'm talking about. So this is what we would call a trade gallon. We do put the vast majority of the grasses in here, and those plants that we know that are like super vigorous growers. We did put 1 tray of Prince Tut grass into the 4.25s because for those early sales. So when people come, buy them on early in the spring, they'll be nice and have their roots are developed. But Prince Tut is a pretty vigorous grass. So we went ahead and moved the vast majority of them up into gallons. If you didn't know, Prince Tut is the annual of the year. Every year, Proven Winners highlights a plant in each category. So Prince Tut is the annual of the year. So you will be seeing that in a lot of recipes and different things from Proven Winners. So we got some of the gallons done. Then coming over here, this is what is still left to be potted up, which is pretty darn good work for, I don't know, everybody got here at 9, left around 3, so 6 hours of work, not too shabby. So this will be in gallons right here. There's some Super Bells and some Petunias and Angelonas, and then everything else back here is going to be in hanging baskets. So tomorrow we're going to do hanging baskets. So stay tuned, because of the magic of television, in about, I don't know, less than a minute, it's going to be tomorrow, and we're going to be back here and we're going to be potting up and showing you how we make hanging baskets. But we just wanted to kind of come to you and just give you an idea of what we were doing today. When you're in production mode, there's not a lot of social media going on. So if you see a little bit of an absence and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Yeah, we're working. So yeah, it's great to have all of these done. Not going to go through and at this point talk about the individual varieties. Once they start to grow and put on some color and that kind of things, We'll do those in our weekly nursery tours, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what we got done today. And this was a crew of 3 people working solid all day. I was in and out, you know, homeschool mama, taking care of some things. Jerry was in and out. We had just because of business, and then my mama came in this afternoon. So really good work. It's a lot of assembly line, but hey, it's a lot of fun because you don't have to think about it. You just pop those babies in. But anyway, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, good morning, friends. I told you that the magic of television, we would be back and we would be doing hanging baskets, and here we are. Everybody has already gotten started on them, and we are cranking them out. Today, we're going to be doing 2 different kinds of hanging baskets. Y'all have asked about these before, so I thought we would go into a little bit of the detail on what we are doing. So, the 2 containers that we are using, first is the cocoa liner right here. This is a 16-inch at the top diameter cocoa liner basket. It's just a little bit of a nicer quality. It's very pretty. There we go. Right, so this is a nice big basket. You will notice inside that it comes with a saucer already attached to it. This is just to help retain a little bit of water in the hottest part of the summer, because these baskets need a lot of water. They are cocoa liners, so they will tend to dry out a little faster. The manufacturer went ahead and put those liners in there for us, so that makes it really easy. In the 16-inch baskets, we are doing Proven Winners recipes. Now, remember when we were at Pleasant View Gardens in August, I believe it was, and they had this huge display outside of all these various recipes for their hanging baskets. We have chosen 3 this year, Jerry. 3 recipes? Yes. 3 recipes this year that we are doing. These are ones that we have done in the past, and they are fantastic. Our customers love them. Proven Winners calls for putting a total of 6 liners in these baskets. It is 3 colors, 2 liners of each color, for a total of 6 plants. So for example, there is Living on the Edge. Living on the Edge is huge seller. It has Royal Velvet, it has Dreamsicle, and it has really red petunia in there. Nice, big, bold colors. People love it. Then we also have like the Charmed Life, which is all of the mini petunias. It's a nice, beautiful pink. And the last one is oh yes, Grand Traverse. Grand Traverse is another great one. Bordeaux and a pink. Fuchsia, right. So it's Bordeaux, Fuchsia, Vista Fuchsia, and then a burgundy. We'll throw it up there. I can't remember. We have learned to do these 1 recipe at a time, because at this point, all the little liners look the exact same. I'll show you those in just a minute. Then the other basket that we will be doing is a 10-inch traditional green basket. Again, you can see it has the little saucer in the bottom. That is for trying to help with water retention, so that these guys will hold on to water. Those are what we're going to do our mono baskets. A mono basket is 3 liners of the same plant. So for example, bubblegum or dreamsicle or Super Bell's yellow. It's this huge, massive pop of color in a hanging basket. So when you ever are in doubt, go for a monoculture. You can't, no matter what it is, right? So if it's a container, throw the same coleus in there or the same petunia, whatever. Makes a huge impact, especially from a big distance away. So I'm just gonna kind of flip the camera around, and Christine is working on hangers. So I'm just gonna kind of flip the camera around and show you the whole process of this. All right, so here we're doing all the nope, these are not monos, these are recipes. Now, it's fantastic because if you see, there's a little triangle notch, and we just hook it in there, snap. Vanna is being most cooperative today. We appreciate that. There, jazz hands. There you go. And we grow our baskets huge around here. So here we go, they are all in here. They will be hung in this greenhouse. You can see all of the drippers that are in here. We have hooks. So if you can see where we have some hooks let's go over here. Yep, there we go. So we can double row it, and by the end of the day, this greenhouse will be completely filled with hanging baskets. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful sight. Jerry, these are basically all the hanging baskets for the season that we're going to do today?
Yeah.
Yes. One word answer. I like it.
So,
all right.
We have another recipe coming that, because they were missing.
Oh, we were missing some.
Supposedly this one, we got another one.
All right, so we're just going to set the camera up and show you how we do it. All right, my friends, the hanging basket production is still going underway, but man, look at all those gorgeous hanging baskets that we have gotten taken care of. All of the 16-inch cocoa lined baskets are done, and now we are moving to, you can see just a little bit up there of the green 10-inch pots. So that's what we're going to do now. All of those will be the mono baskets. So they will be all like Mini Vista Indigo or Mini Vista White or Vista Bubblegum, so forth and so on. They will be solid colors, big, huge impact of color. Now, if you have a question on, how do I keep my hanging basket looking great year round, not year round, season long, then we have done a couple of videos on that. I will make sure to link them in the video description, so check those out. Also, I highly encourage people to use their hanging baskets in a different way, as opposed to only using them as a hanging basket, because maybe you don't have room to actually hang a basket somewhere. Love using those for a huge, massive pop of color instantly in a landscape or a container. Again, we did a whole video on that. So 3 different ways that you can use hanging baskets. Again, check out that link. I will have it linked for you in the video description. It is super, super helpful. And for those of you that I call my Disney gardeners that like to have the big impact right away, hanging baskets will help you do that. So we're just going to kind of walk you through, show you just a quick little overview of them. And yeah, so we're just going to keep getting those done, and we're going to call it a day. It's amazing that we've gone through almost 8,000 plants, more than 8,000 plants in 2 days. A lot of work, a lot of soils we've gone through. It's amazing how once you're organized and you got the good workforce, you can get a lot of stuff done. So let me flip the camera around. Let me show you these hanging baskets. Okay, so here you can see what I was talking about, having a double row. We have them, the top row is hanging straight on the purlin of the greenhouse, and then we have those great hooks. I believe that's maybe a 14-inch hook that hangs down, and we can get a whole another level. There's plenty of space between these baskets, that the lower baskets still get lots of good sunlight, and they have room to get nice and full up top, because if you're looking here, you can see the amount of distance between the, Okay, the bottom of this pot and the top of this pot. So this pot can get nice and full and not be in competition with that pot. Also, you will notice that every hanging basket has a little white tube going to it. That tube, see if I can get one here for you. Here we go. That tube that you see right there is the irrigation, and so it gives it water. Let me pull it out and show it to you. Okay, so there you can see the bottom of the irrigation tube, and you'll see it has that addition on the end. What that is simply a weight, and so that when it's windy, they don't just like blow out. So that weight, and then the water will actually drip out of that little spot right there. So anyway, so it simply is a nice slow drip. We have it all set up on the timer, and they will all get irrigated and fertilized through the whole entire system all at the same time. So you can see coming down here in the middle, we are putting the green pots down the middle because they are a little bit shorter than the cocoa liner baskets. And now this is not a problem for shorties like me, but for my tall friends like Jerry and Andrew, they hit their heads when they walk through. Now it's not going to be a problem long term because really soon this whole entire floor space is going to be covered in white proven winners annuals that are just like all of the trays right over here. So we will only have like a 2-foot walking path down each of the sides. So it's not too much of a problem right now, so they're fine. And that way, again, they have plenty of room from the bottom of the cocoa liner to the top of the green pot to get nice and full and pretty. I believe Jerry said this greenhouse will hold somewhere around 270 hanging baskets. But yeah, really soon it's going to be gorgeous in here. We have nature's chandeliers hanging. Fantastic. So my friends, we're just going to keep plugging away and get all of these 10-inch baskets potted up with lots of gorgeous flowers, so that way come late March, mid-April and beyond, we will have a gazillion hanging baskets for you to come and shop with here at Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina. So as always, thanks so much for gardening with Creekside. Y'all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.